Good morning. Did you know that the way you start your day could be silently chipping away at your health, your vitality, and even your years? For seniors, it's not the big obvious mistakes that pose the greatest threat. It's the small, everyday habits you've carried for years without a second thought. These aren't dramatic errors. They're subtle routines that over time drain your energy, weaken your body, and shorten your lifespan. Today, we're uncovering 5 deadly morning mistakes that many seniors make, backed by science and real-life stories. By the end, you'll know exactly what to avoid, how to fix these habits, and how to transform your mornings into a foundation for strength and longevity. Stay until the end, because one of these mistakes might explain why you're feeling tired, foggy, or unwell, and the fix is simpler than you think. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1, ignoring morning hydration. One of the most dangerous habits seniors fall into is starting the day without a single glass of water. It sounds so basic, almost trivial, but for those over 60, skipping hydration first thing in the morning is a silent health saboteur. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up dehydrated, your cells are parched, your blood thickens like molasses, and your heart strains to push it through your veins. Yet many seniors reach for coffee, juice, or nothing at all, unaware that this simple oversight sets the stage for fatigue, confusion, and even serious health risks. Imagine your body as a garden after a long, dry night. Without water, it wilts before the day begins. Consider Margaret, a 78-year-old retiree from Ohio, who loved her morning ritual of brewing black coffee while gazing out her kitchen window. But for years, she'd feel sluggish, her head heavy with a fog that lingered past noon. She chalked it up to age, assuming her energy was just fading. Her doctor ran a battery of tests, heart, thyroid, even dementia screenings, all came back normal. Then during a routine visit, a nurse asked a simple question. "Margaret, are you drinking water first thing in the morning?" She wasn't. She'd go hours without a sip, her coffee acting as her only liquid. The nurse explained that Margaret's body was starting each day in a state of quiet desperation, craving fluid to function. When she began sipping a full 12-ounce glass of water before her coffee, the change was remarkable. Her energy lifted, her headaches faded, and her mind felt sharper, as if a veil had been lifted. She even noticed her skin look less ashy, and her morning stiffness eased. Why does this matter so much? Dehydration isn't just about feeling thirsty. It's a cascade of subtle harms, especially for seniors. Overnight, your body loses water through breathing and sweat, leaving your cells dry and your blood sluggish. This forces your heart to work harder, stresses your kidneys, and slows your brain's ability to flush toxins accumulated during sleep. Studies show that even mild dehydration increases risks of falls, urinary tract infections, constipation, and cognitive decline, issues often mistaken for just aging. For seniors, the stakes are higher because the body's thirst signals weaken with age. You might not feel parched, but your cells are crying out for relief. By the time thirst kicks in, damage is already underway, quietly eroding your vitality. My take: the advice to drink water is spot on, but it's not just about gulping it down. How you hydrate matters. Room temperature water is gentler on aging stomachs than ice cold, which can cause cramps for some. Adding a pinch of sea salt or a slice of lemon can boost electrolyte absorption, especially for seniors on diuretics or blood pressure meds. I've seen clients transform their mornings by keeping a water bottle on their nightstand, making it the first thing they reach for. It's not just about hydration, it's about signaling to your body that you're ready to thrive. Think of it like priming a pump. Water gets everything flowing smoothly again. Dehydration also worsens joint pain and muscle stiffness, common complaints among seniors. I've had clients swear their arthritis feels better after consistent morning hydration, as water lubricates joints and reduces inflammation. Another overlooked benefit? Proper hydration supports digestion, preventing that bloated, sluggish feeling that can derail your day. For Margaret, the change wasn't just physical, it was emotional. She felt empowered, realizing a small tweak could make such a difference. She started carrying a reusable water bottle, sipping throughout the day, and noticed she was less irritable with her grandkids. It's a reminder that small habits compound, building a foundation for resilience. Too often we dismiss thirst as we age, assuming fatigue or brain fog is inevitable. But what if the solution is as close as your kitchen sink? Hydration isn't a cure-all, but it's a cornerstone of health that's too easy to overlook. Fix it. Place a glass or bottle of water by your bed before sleep. Drink 8 to 12 ounces upon waking, before coffee or breakfast. If plain water feels boring, try warm herbal tea, a splash of natural fruit juice, or a slice of cucumber for flavor. Consistency is key. Make it a ritual, like brushing your teeth. This one habit can mean the difference between a foggy, tiring day and one where you feel clear, strong, and ready to embrace whatever comes. Don't let something as simple as water steal your vitality. Mistake number 2, swallowing pills without food. Popping your morning medications on an empty stomach might seem like no big deal. After all, the bottle says take daily, not take with food. But for seniors, this habit can trigger nausea, dizziness, and even dangerous falls. As we age, digestion slows, and sensitivity to medications increases. What your body tolerated at 40 might now throw you off balance at 70. The stomach lining becomes more delicate, and certain drugs, especially those for blood pressure, heart conditions, or pain, can hit too hard without food to cushion their impact, leaving you feeling weak or disoriented before your day even starts. Take Robert, a 75-year-old retired teacher from Florida, who cherished his quiet mornings walking his golden retriever, Max. Every day he'd wake up, grab his pill organizer, and swallow his blood pressure and arthritis medications with a quick sip of water before heading to the shower. It was a routine he'd followed for years, thinking it was efficient. But recently he started feeling woozy, his legs unsteady as he moved through his house. One morning he nearly collapsed while putting on Max's leash, his vision blurring as he gripped the counter for support. Alarmed, he visited his doctor, who asked a simple but revealing question: "Are you eating before your meds?" Robert wasn't. His doctor explained that taking pills on an empty stomach was causing his blood pressure to drop too quickly, leading to lightheadedness. When Robert began pairing his medications with a small breakfast, like a banana with a smear of peanut butter or a cup of yogurt, his dizziness vanished and he felt steady again. He even noticed his stomach felt less queasy, a side effect he'd ignored for years. Why is this such a big deal? Certain medications like beta blockers, NSAIDs, or opioids can irritate the stomach lining or lower blood pressure rapidly when taken without food. For seniors, this can lead to nausea, fatigue, or worse, falls, which are a leading cause of emergency room visits and loss of independence. Aging changes how your body processes drugs. Your liver and kidneys work slower, and your stomach produces less acid to buffer harsh compounds. Without food, medications can absorb too quickly, overwhelming your system. A 2023 study in the Journal of Geriatric Medicine found that seniors taking medications without food were 30% more likely to experience dizziness or gastrointestinal issues, both of which increase fall risk. For Robert, the near fall was a wake-up call, but many seniors aren't so lucky, ending up with fractures or hospital stays. My take: the advice to eat before meds is critical, but it's not just about avoiding side effects. It's about optimizing how your medications work. Many seniors juggle multiple prescriptions, and some drugs like statins or metformin have specific food requirements to maximize absorption or minimize irritation. I always urge clients to consult their pharmacist, not just their doctor, as pharmacists often catch nuances doctors miss. For example, grapefruit juice can interfere with certain blood pressure meds, a detail Robert's doctor never mentioned. Another oversight in standard advice is timing. Rushing through meds without giving your stomach time to settle can reduce their effectiveness. I've seen clients thrive by prepping a small snack the night before, like a handful of almonds or a slice of whole grain toast, to make mornings smoother. If you're on a diuretic, eating a potassium-rich snack like half a banana can also prevent electrolyte imbalances that worsen dizziness. This isn't just about safety, it's about ensuring your meds support your health, not sabotage it. For Robert, the change restored his confidence to enjoy his walks with Max, a small victory that meant the world. Fix it. Always check if your medications need food. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to be sure. Even a small bite, like half an apple, a boiled egg, or a few crackers with cheese, can buffer your stomach and stabilize your system. Make it a ritual. Pills with breakfast, not before. If mornings are hectic, prep a snack the night before to keep it simple. If you're unsure about your meds, don't guess. Get answers. Your mornings should lift you up, not knock you down before the day begins. Fix it. Always check if your medications need food. Ask your doctor or pharmacist. Even a small bite, like half an apple or a boiled egg, can buffer your stomach and stabilize your system. Make it a ritual. Pills with breakfast, not before. If you're unsure, don't guess. Get answers. Your mornings should lift you up, not knock you down. Mistake number 3, jumping out of bed too fast. When the alarm rings or nature calls, it's tempting to leap out of bed and start the day. But for seniors, rushing from lying to standing is a recipe for disaster. Your body needs time to adjust. Blood flow, blood pressure, and balance are still catching up after sleep. Moving too quickly can cause dizziness, blurred vision, or a fall that changes your life. As you age, your body's ability to regulate blood pressure slows, making those first few seconds out of bed some of the most vulnerable of your day. Take James, an 82-year-old from Texas, a former marathon runner who still prided himself on his active lifestyle. Every morning he'd swing his legs off the bed and stand up fast, just as he had in his racing days, ready to tackle his garden or tinker in his workshop. He loved the feeling of hitting the ground running, believing it kept him young. But one morning that habit betrayed him. As he stood, the room spun violently, his vision blurred, and he collapsed before he could grab the wall, fracturing his wrist. The pain was sharp, but the blow to his independence stung worse. He couldn't garden or drive for weeks. His doctor explained a term James had never heard: orthostatic hypotension. Aging slows the body's ability to adjust blood pressure when you change positions. Standing too quickly can cause a sudden drop, leading to lightheadedness or even fainting. For James, it was a humbling lesson that his body needed a gentler start. Falls are a leading cause of injury for seniors, often resulting in fractures, surgeries, or long hospital stays that erode strength and spirit. A 2022 study in The Lancet found that falls from sudden position changes account for nearly 20% of senior hospitalizations. Beyond the physical toll, a fall can shatter confidence, making you hesitant to move freely. James, once fearless, found himself second-guessing simple tasks like climbing stairs. But his doctor offered a simple fix: slow down. By giving his body time to adjust, James regained his steadiness and returned to his garden, albeit with a new respect for his body's limits. My take: the advice to rise slowly is critical, but it's not just about avoiding falls. It's about respecting your body's new rhythm. I'd add that dehydration or low blood sugar from overnight fasting can worsen dizziness. So pairing this habit with morning hydration, mistake number 1, is key. I recommend gentle in-bed movements. Wiggle your toes, flex your ankles, or take 5 deep breaths to wake up circulation before sitting up. For James, this became a morning ritual, like stretching before a race. I've seen clients avoid dizzy spells by simply pausing for 30 seconds. A small act that preserves independence. It's not about frailty, it's about wisdom. Many seniors also benefit from keeping a sturdy chair or bedpost nearby for support, especially if balance is a concern. This habit isn't a sign of weakness, it's a strategy to stay strong. Fix it. When you wake, sit up slowly, letting your body settle. Take a moment to breathe deeply, wiggle your toes, and move your feet to get blood flowing. Stand only when you feel steady and hold on to a bedpost or chair if needed. If you feel lightheaded often, check with your doctor. Medications or dehydration might be culprits. Those extra seconds could save you from a fall that steals your independence. A strong day starts with a steady rise. Mistake number 4, starting with a sugary breakfast. That bowl of sugary cereal or pastry might taste like comfort, but it's a morning mistake that sets seniors up for a crash. High sugar or carb-heavy breakfasts, like white toast with jam, muffins, or a tall glass of orange juice, spike blood sugar, then leave you tired, foggy, and hungry by mid-morning. As we age, metabolism slows and insulin sensitivity declines, making these foods riskier than ever. What feels like a quick energy boost is a trap, draining your vitality and setting the stage for serious health issues over time. Take Linda, a 70-year-old from California, who adored her morning routine of a sesame bagel with cream cheese and a glass of juice, a habit rooted in her busy years as a school librarian. It reminded her of mornings spent grading papers with her husband. But by 10 a.m., she'd feel drained, her energy plummeting, and she'd snap at her grandkids over small things like spilled juice. She assumed it was just aging, but her doctor pointed to her breakfast. Sugary foods were causing her blood sugar to soar, then crash, leaving her moody and exhausted. When she switched to a balanced breakfast, eggs with spinach, a slice of whole grain toast, or Greek yogurt with fresh berries, her transformation was striking. Her energy stayed steady, her mood lifted, and she could play with her grandkids without needing a nap. She even felt sharper, tackling her beloved crossword puzzles with ease. Why does this matter? Sugary breakfasts stress the pancreas, forcing it to pump out insulin to manage the glucose spike. Over time, this increases insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors eating high-sugar breakfasts were 25% more likely to experience mid-morning fatigue and brain fog, which can mimic early dementia symptoms. These foods also disrupt mood as blood sugar swings affect serotonin levels, leaving you irritable or low. For Linda, the crash wasn't just physical, it dimmed her joy in her daily routines. My take: the advice to avoid sugary breakfasts is critical, but it's not just about cutting sugar. It's about building a meal that sustains you. I'd emphasize that portion control matters, even with healthy carbs like oatmeal, which can spike blood sugar if overdone. My clients thrive on balanced plates: protein, eggs, nut butter, healthy fats, avocado, nuts, and slow-digesting carbs, whole grain toast, fruit. Beware of hidden sugars in healthy foods like flavored yogurts or granola bars. Always read labels. I also recommend involving family in the change. Linda's daughter helped her prep overnight oats with nuts and berries, making mornings fun. This isn't just about food, it's about fueling clarity, mood, and resilience. A good breakfast doesn't just fill your stomach, it powers your day and protects your future. Fix it. Aim for a balanced breakfast with protein, eggs, cottage cheese, fiber, fruit, oats, and healthy fats, nuts, avocado. Limit sugars, even natural ones like juice or honey. Prep ingredients the night before, like overnight oats or boiled eggs if mornings are busy. Involve a family member to make it a shared ritual. Your breakfast sets the tone for your day. Make it one that keeps you sharp, steady, and ready to enjoy life's moments. Mistake number 5, skipping morning movement. Many seniors start their day sitting, reading the paper, watching TV, or scrolling on a tablet. But skipping gentle morning movement is a mistake that stiffens joints, weakens muscles, and saps energy. Aging bodies need regular motion to stay flexible, improve circulation, and boost mood. Yet too many seniors overlook this simple habit, assuming rest is safer or that exercise is for the young. In reality, a little movement each morning can transform how you feel and move through your day. Take Susan, a 76-year-old from Michigan, who loved her cozy mornings at the kitchen table with coffee, a blueberry muffin, and her crossword puzzles. It was her time to unwind, reflecting on her years as a nurse. But by noon, her knees ached, her back felt stiff, and she shuffled slowly to the mailbox, blaming her arthritis. She thought rest was the answer, but her physical therapist suggested otherwise. She recommended 10 minutes of gentle morning stretches, simple moves like seated leg lifts, arm circles, or neck rolls, all done from a chair. Susan was skeptical, worried it would tire her out, but she gave it a try. Within weeks, her pain eased, her balance improved, and she felt a spark of energy she hadn't known in years. She even started walking to her neighbor's house, reigniting old friendships. Morning movement isn't about running marathons. It's about waking up your body. Research in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity 2023 shows that 5 to 10 minutes of daily movement reduces inflammation, improves joint mobility, and lowers fall risk by 15% in seniors. It also boosts endorphins, lifting mood and sharpening focus, which is critical for those battling morning sluggishness or mild depression. For Susan, those stretches weren't just physical, they gave her confidence to stay active, preserving her independence. My take: the advice to move is essential, but it's not about intensity, it's about consistency and accessibility. I'd stress that movement should match your ability. Chair yoga or bed stretches are perfect for limited mobility. I've seen clients glow after adding a 5-minute routine, often paired with music to make it fun. Susan's therapist suggested using a favorite song to time her stretches, turning it into a joyful ritual. Movement also primes your brain, countering the fog that sugar or dehydration can worsen. Mistakes number 1 and number 4. Family can help. Grandkids love joining simple routines, making it a bonding moment. Don't fear tiring out. Gentle motion energizes, like sunlight for your muscles. This habit isn't about fitness, it's about freedom to live fully. Fix it. Start with 5 to 10 minutes of gentle movement, stretches, chair yoga, or a slow walk around your living room. Follow a YouTube video for seniors, or ask a physical therapist for tailored moves. Try it after your water and breakfast to feel the full benefit, and add music or a family member to keep it fun. If mobility is limited, even bed-based stretches count. Motion isn't just medicine, it's your morning spark, lighting up your body and spirit for the day ahead. Your mornings are the foundation of your health, and these 5 mistakes, skipping water, taking meds without food, rushing out of bed, eating sugary breakfasts, and avoiding movement, can quietly erode your strength and longevity. The lesson? Small choices matter. Each morning is a chance to protect your body, sharpen your mind, and live better, not just longer. You don't need drastic changes, just consistent, intentional habits. Drink that water, eat before pills, rise slowly, choose nourishing foods, and move a little. These aren't just tips, they're investments in your independence and joy. Which of these mistakes are you making? Pick one to fix tomorrow and notice the difference. Your body deserves mornings that empower you, not drain you. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a tip to live stronger. Drop a comment below with one thing you'll change in your morning routine. I read everyone, and your thoughts inspire me to keep sharing. Share this video with a friend or family member who could benefit. Your support helps us create more content to inform and uplift. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video for more ways to thrive in your golden years.